Hi everyone, it's Dasher Dave here again, and I'm back for another crafty video. So, this time we're going to make one of these, like a Pilgrims lantern. Right, so let me explain. I'm not a Halloween fan. I don't really, I don't participate in Halloween at all. I wasn't brought up to participate in Halloween. It's just never been, when I was younger, it certainly wasn't a big thing in the UK. It's gained momentum now. Because I don't have kids, I guess I'm not really involved in it really. Don't get me wrong, people in the UK do it, but I've never been one of those people. And because I don't have kids, never got involved in it. So, but I do like illuminaire. So I like things that light up. I like lanterns and all sorts of things. So I'm bringing you, because I'm a box maker, I'm bringing you this lantern that is made from one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. Okay, so you'll need one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock, and you'll need some tracing paper or vellum or something for the windows. Okay, you could put, what's it called, acetate or whatever you like in them. So you could even put some silhouette figures or whatever, but I didn't because I'm making it very simple. And what I did do is, it does have a little openy bottom here, and it has one of these little candles that flickers, that sits inside it, and it looks like, it's really hard for you to see because it's not dark, and also I'm trying to tip it up. It's not dark in here. Let me just see if I can make it darker, see if you can see it. I don't know whether you will be able to on camera. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a bit nice, a nice warm glow from my perspective anyway. You might want to make it into a lantern, so it can stand or it can hang. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we make this, and we'll do that together. So like I say, you need one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock. Now I'm using black, and the reason I'm using black is because I want it to be Halloweeny. I can't get mirror card in 12 by 12 in the UK. If you can get mirror card wherever you are, and you might want to make it out of mirror card. You might want to make a silver or a gold one, or a brass one, or a bronze one, or whatever colours you've got. And you could use it for Christmas or whatever. But I'm showing you this because it's coming up to Halloween, and I thought I'd show you this because it's a nice, easy one make. Now there is some scoring involved, and there's some measuring involved, but it's nothing that you can't handle. Because guess why? I know that it's nothing you can't handle, because you're here, and if you listen to me, you'll be able to do it. Because you know why? Because I believe in you, even if you don't. So I know you can do it. So here we are. This is where we are. So you're going to need to put your 12 by 12 cardstock onto your score board, and the first score you're going to do is at 2 7/8. So just let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 2 7/8. I always think that should, because it's half. In the UK, we measure in centimeters. Half of 1 centimeter is 5 millimeters. So or half a centimeter. So I always think that's half. Half is going to be 5, but it isn't, because this is in eighths. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so the first line is at 2 7/8. The next line is at 8 1/2. Okay, so that's 8 1/2 there. Cool. So 8 1/2. Then we've got 10 6/8. So that's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6/8 there. Okay, and then we've got 11 1/2, and that's 11, and that's a half. There we go. Okay, cool. Got that sorted? You know what you're doing? Right, cool. Now what you're going to do is you're going to turn it 90 degrees, and you're going to turn it anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, however you say that. And you're going to have it so that your two narrow pieces are at the top of the page. So that's important. You'll see why. Okay. Sorry, for some reason my paper is a little longer just at that top edge than 12 by 12, and I haven't cut it. This is just how it came. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to score at this way round. Remember, with the two narrower parts at the top. Okay, we're going to score at, let's just push that bit further up so it's a bit closer to the top of the score board. We're going to score at 2 7/8 again. Okay, and we're going to go all the way down on this piece. So we're going to go 2 7/8 and we're going to go all the way down. Okay, then we're going to score the next set of lines only until this line. So we're going to leave this completely blank. We're going to score it just down to this line here. Okay, so the next measurement is 5 6/8. 5, and that's 1 2 3 4 5 6/8 there. Okay, just down to that line. Then we're going to go to 8 5/8. So that's 8 and that's 4, that's 5, 8 5/8. Again, down to that line. Okay, and then we're going to go to 11 1/2. So it's 11 1/2, and again, just down to that second line. Sorry, the last line. Okay. Now we're going to put in some more measurements, so don't take it off your scoreboard just yet. And this time, all we're going to do is we're going to score down to this line. So the second line from the top we're going to go to this time. And we're going to do that at, the first score line is going to be at 6/8. So that's craft a lounge. My cricket joy mats want to kill me. That's that's why they're going, you haven't used us for a long time. Okay, sorry about that, scared the life out of me. We're all here for the fun and games. So remember, this lot of score lines that I'm going to tell you are only coming down to this line here. So we're going to go in as waiting for something else to fall on me. 1 2 3 4 5 6 at 6/8 and down to there. And then we're going to, then the next score line we're going to put in is at 2 1/8. That's 2, that's an 8 there. Okay, then we're going to go to where are we? I'm sorry, I've lost where I am. 3 5/8. 3, that's 4, that's 5/8 there. 3 5/8, just down to there. Then we're going to go to 5. Then we're going to go to 6 1/2. Okay, then we're going to go to 7 7/8. Okay, then we're going to go to 9 3/8. 3, 9 3/8. This will come naturally to you guys that use this all the time. Then we're going to go to 10 6/8. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 6/8. There. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so we'll go through those again. So this was again, like I say, just down to this second score line. So this is 6 7/8, 2 1/8, 3 5. Oh no, sorry, 3 5/8. 5, 6 1/2, 7 7/8. 9 3/8, 10 6/8. Okay, so put all of those measurements in. Okay, and now what you just need to do is you just need to take your scoreboard and you can put that somewhere where it won't fall on your head. Hopefully. well, it's down lower than my waist, so if it falls on my head, I've got a poltergeist. So there we go. So that's some of our measurements. The other ones we have to put in ourselves. So let's just do those now. So now you're gonna. So this is the. So these are the way that we've pushed all of these in. So these are the valleys that we've got. We're going to flip it over so you can see the mountains. So the dome of the crease. So now what you need to do is you need to score in a line. I'm going to use a scoreboard, and I'm going to need a ruler. So I'm going to use this nice narrow ruler because you can see what I'm doing then. And what I'm going to do is, for every one of these score lines where you've only scored down to this second score line, the second horizontal score line, you are going to score from there to this corner. So you're just going to line the ruler up with the middle of that crease and down to that corner, and you're just going to put a score in there. Okay. So if you're doing this on one of these kind of mats, you'll have enough give anyway for it to kind of put a score line in, and then you're going to do it this way. Okay, and then you're going to go back to this way. And then this way, and you'll get my drift. Catch my drift. Now I can't actually see it. So you can probably see it better than I can. So, and you're not in the room. There we go. It's very hard to see black paper, especially when you've got a bright light shining on it, because it absorbs light. That's the reason why it's black. So, okay, so you're just going to do this back and forth, putting this kind of V shape in. There you go, and then the last one here. So to that corner. Okay, cool. So that's our score lines all done. Okay, so now comes the cutting. Okay, sorry, there is one other measurement I haven't told you about. Is you're going to need to measure from this last score line. You're going to need to measure 1/2 an inch from that last score line all the way across. So we're just going to put that in. Try pen. No, I don't think you'll be able to see pen as much as you can see pencil. So I'll use a pencil mark there. So I always put 3 measurements in. And then this is the only one where you're not going to have a score line. You're just going to have this, and we're going to join those up. We'll use the bigger ruler this time. All the way across there. Cool. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to cut these. So we're going to do it with this orientation first. So you've got these V's facing up. Yep. So we're going to cut this bottom line up to that first score line. Yep. Then you're not going to cut any of this first. What you need to do is you just need to turn it round and just cut along that pencil line that you've just done. Okay, so you keep that because that will be part of your handle. Okay, now what we want to do is we just want to cut up towards that middle, up towards the score line from the bottom of here now. Yeah, on those 2 bits, and then here, and then you're just going to turn it round to the 90 degrees now. Yeah, and you're just going to cut this bit out, but you're also going to put a tab in on this, because this bit here, this is going to be your tab for the gluing the side panels together. Sorry, just missed. It's terrible, wonky, wobbly hands. wonky hands, wobbly hands. Dave. Okay, so you don't need to cut these into tabs. They're not kind of tabs in the normal sense. They're going to form your base. Let me just show you what they're going to form. They're going to form this bit here. Okay, so now what we're going to do is now we've got it in this orientation, we're going to do the other part of this tab. So we're going to go, remember this is a tab here, so we're going to cut it out tab shaped. Yeah. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be really drastic, and we're going to cut the whole of this, the remaining part of that tab, off. Okay, so we've turned it around another 90 degrees now. So we've now got what was the top facing towards us. Yeah. Are we kind of together? We know what we're doing? Okay. So now you just have to trust me. Okay. First of all, you're going to cut down the middle. So of each one of these panels where you've got this V shape, you're going to cut up to this line where your V stops. Cut up to there to where the V stops. Yeah, up to there. Stops. Like I say, I've tried to engineer this so that you can make it from one sheet of 12 by 12, and I've tried to make it as easy as I possibly can for you to get to grips with. Okay, so but it is going to be a little bit complicated in some ways. Okay, so first of all, what you're going to do is you're now going to turn it back round to here, and where you've got this first line, this top bit here, this bit that sticks out, this is a tab. So you want to shape that into a tab shape, and this is also a tab, so you want to shape that slightly into a tab shape. You don't have to cut so much away because it is at an angle anyway. Okay, then you're going to cut the other side of that tab, and then you're going to turn it 90 degrees, and you're going to cut that bit off. Okay, so you've got tab, tab. Okay, then what you're going to do is this part you're going to cut all the way down. Yeah, and you're going to cut along that other score line that you've just put in. Okay, down to that corner. There we go. So that's the shape you're going to have all replicated all the way along. Okay, so pick it up again and we'll do that again together. Okay, so form that into a tab to there, form that one into a tab to there, and then let's form that side into a tab, and then cut the rest off. There you go. So we've got the same shape that side, and again all the way down that score line and all the way down that score line. There we go. Cool. Then we're going to do the same again. So we're going to form this into a tab. Tab. Now, if those people that are going, oh yeah, I've got it now, it's fine. I'm just doing it for those people who haven't got it quite yet. So cut this in, form this into a tab, and cut that bit off. Again, so we've got that same shape replicated across all of our panels. And again, this one, to make it look the same as the others, we're going to cut down to that first score line and then off on that angled score line to that corner. Okay, there we go. Let's pull out any bits that are hanging. Okay, so this is the final part of the tab. So we're going to shape this into a tab. Shape this one into a tab. Yep. Shape this into a tab. And cut this bit off. There we go. And then cut this one down to that score line, that second score line, and then cut this bit off. There we go. So it's the same all the way down now. Okay. Now we've done that, what we need to do is we need to put in all of our score lines. Okay, so we're going to get our bone folder. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to start with the tab facing towards me, and I'm going to put that tab in first. Okay, I'll come to these ones at the top in a minute. We're going to put this next one in. the next big score line. Then we're going to put the next one in. Okay. Then we're going to put the last one in, and I'll just fold that the other way this time. Cool. Okay. Then we're going to turn it. I know I haven't put those other tabs in, but we're going to wait for those in a minute. We're going to turn it and fold these, all of these ones up. Okay, so once you've done that, now what you need to do is just open it back up, and then we're going to turn it 180 degrees all the way around. So you've got these at the facing towards you. This is the bottom of the lantern. This is the top. Okay, this fold, you're going to fold over this way. Again, this is the inside. Yeah, it's going to fold it over this way. This line you're going to fold back on itself. Yeah, and then this line you're going to fold in on itself. Okay, so you've got a concertina or whatever, accordion style. So over on that one, back on itself on that one, over on that one. Okay, and again to this one, over, back, over. And this one, over, back, over. Okay, so now you can put your tabs in, your tab folds in. So you're going to just fold that over, put your tab in, and then you're going to fold this one, and this is where you might want to use a ruler to just make sure that you're not folding, it doesn't crease anywhere else. So you just want to pick that edge up and then fold it over, and just give it a score with your scoring or your bone folder. Again, fold it over on that ruler just to make sure it folds in the right place. It also allows it to fold all the way down that way, and then just burnish that in with your bone folder. Do the same on that one. Okay, I'll do the same on that one, and I know I haven't done the other tabs, but I'll do them in a second. Let's get these all put in first, and then we can put all of these tabs in as well. Okay, so that's the basis of our lantern. Okay, now what you notice is there's missing bits. Okay, and what you need to do now is you need to measure in half an inch, or you can go a little bit narrower than half an inch, but I wouldn't suggest that you go too narrow, because half an inch will give you a nice sturdy. So your supports on the side, remember it's like a Pilgrims lantern, it's quite a rudimentary, it would have been made of cast iron. So it needs to be a firm structure. You can go a little bit narrower, but what you'll find is that the structure starts to become a bit weak on itself. Okay, so what we're going to do is, so you would measure in half an inch all the way along this bottom edge. So let's just do that. Again, I'm going to use a pencil. You know, half an inch line there. I would suggest that you use all of the panels. So if you've got one of these rulers that doesn't have a margin at the beginning, you can kind of butt it up against that crease. So hold your crease up, butt it up against there, put your line in. But if you've got one of these style rulers, these start with a bit of a margin, you see, so it won't be a perfectly accurate half an inch. Do it like this. But and then to there, half an inch. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to join that line up. So remember, this is the inside, so nobody's going to see this, so you can join all of these up without anybody seeing it. Just go all the way through there. Okay, then you're going to do it on the other side. So again, just butting it up to that crease, put a line in, butt it up to the crease, put a line in, of those lines in, and then once you've got all the lines in, you can just join them up together. Like I say, there is a bit of measuring, but I've tried to make it as easy as I possibly can for you. So it's just one piece of card. Oh, except for I've just broken my pencil lead. Does it still have any pencil lead in here? Oh, typical. Let's try this one. No, are they all going to just be like this now, aren't they? Yep, they're all going to be like that, aren't they? There you go. Cool. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to do the same from each of these. So you're going to go 1/2 inch in, put a line. I'll be back in a second. I just need to sharpen my pencil because I need a sharper point than this, or get these sorted out. So. Is that it? They don't have any more in them. No. Well, that's a bit of an annoyance, isn't it? Okay, folks, I'm back. So, I'm going to put a line in there. Just needed to sharpen my pencil. So, and a line in there. So I'm not going to bother with all of the lines this time. And we're going to just join those up. Okay. And that's going to form your frame. So then you're going to turn around, and you're going to turn around every now and trying not to sing on this one, Dave. Trying not to sing on anything really, but there we go. And then you're going to join those up. So I will get on with those and I'll come back to you. The streets, the place to go. Just a night for the first time. Just about 10:30. First time in history. It's gonna start raining man. Rain man. It's raining man. Every specimen. Tall or blonde. Now you need wrapping up and strongly. God bless Mother Nature. She's a single woman too. She took over heaven, and she did what she had to do. She for every angel rearranged the sky so that each and every woman, and some men as well, can find the perfect guy. Always raining men, yeah. Okay, so now once we've got those in, now what we're going to do is we need to cut them out. So again, we're just going to use a metal ruler. Always make sure it's a metal ruler or it has a metal edge to it. Otherwise you'll end up cutting into the ruler or possibly yourself. And then we're going to cut out that oblong, that rectangle that we've just done. So what I tend to do is I tend to go do all of the lines one direction first, all the way across, and then come back and do the other ones. So I'll be back in a second. Do it. So you just need to be careful that you don't go down further than the pencil lines than you've made. Okay, so I'm going to do this way with a longer ruler. I'm going to put this on here against this edge, and what you don't want to do is go all the way across here, otherwise you won't have a lantern. You'll have a mess. So you go across to that other cut line, and then you can skip it across those cut lines, skip, 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 and then turn it round and do the others at the bottom. So again, up against that line, yeah, and then that bottom one to that line, skip, across there, skip, across there, skip, and across there. Okay, cool. And then these should then pop out. If they don't, you might need to just cut a little bit more. In fact, that one I've got to cut completely there, because that hasn't cut, that line has not cut at all. So you're not going to use these in any way, so you can kind of just use your blade to kind of pick them up and pick them out. Cool. That one out. And then this one. So if they're not completely cut out, try not to rip them, otherwise you don't get such a clean edge. There we go, that one's falling out. So those are scraps. You can keep them for other things. You can cut silhouettes out if you like, and then they shine through the windows. So now this is the point where you're going to need some tracing paper or something of that kind. And Dave, you've managed to move yours, so you don't know where to put it. Where did you put it, Dave? I'm going to use this, which is basically tracing paper. It's what our architects do their drawings on. It's just that this is old stuff, because we're now not called Groundwork Leeds anymore, we're called Groundwork Yorkshire. So this was all being scrapped. So I'm just going to cut these bits off. So again, you could draw on the vellum, you could do all tracing paper or whatever it is you're using. You could put silhouettes on it, you could put the silhouettes on the inside or the outside, entirely up to you. So now what we're going to do is we are going to use these, and we're going to put these, oh, they're way too long, Dave, way too long. How did you manage that, Dave? Oh, there you go, that's why, that's how you manage that. so we're going to put these, like I say, in here. Okay, so you're not going to see this, so you're not worried about this not straight edges or anything. But what you want to do is you want to put a bead of glue around the edge of it, but not too close to the window, otherwise you might find it squeezing out. If you're using tracing paper, you don't want to get it over wet, it's likely to warp. So there we go, that's that bit. And then it's getting dark outside, so I might be able to show you this lit up when we've done. I'll put these in. So you want to do all of this before you glue it together. Okay. Okay, that's it. So they're all the panels are in now. Okay, you should put that on that magnet, Dave. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to start to assemble it. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to assemble it this way around. So you're going to use this big tab as part of your join on this side. Okay, so let's just make sure that that piece of tracing paper is well and truly stuck down, because as that's going to be holding some of the support of the join. Okay, so now what you want to do, put a bit of glue on this tab up to the edge. Don't go squeezy too much. So you've got nice coverage, but you haven't got like big beads of glue. It'll just squirt out all over the place otherwise. Okay, and once that's on there, you might want to just give it a bit of a swish with your finger. Okay, and then you're going to curl it round and marry it up. And you want to make sure that all your crease lines all marry up, so all your horizontal crease lines marry up. Okay, and then you can fold it flat and just check that that's all married up. So you want this crease line to be level with this crease line, and once it is, you can put that in, and then you can burnish that down with your bone folder. Okay, cool. So there we go. That's that way done. Okay, now what you need to do is you're going to assemble this top bit. Okay, so first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go all the way around with one of the styles of tabs all the way around. And your first tab is this shaped one, this triangular one. So down to the very corner of it as far as you can go. That's still wide enough for you to get a bead of glue on it. Yeah. And then you're going to pinch that bit together and you're going to marry it up. And remember, whenever you're doing a corner, you want to be able to see the score line that you did. So this is fiddly, I'll warn you, but nothing that you can't do. Sorry if I'm holding it off camera, it's just because I'm holding it towards me. Okay. So once you get that one in, that'll make it much easier to do the others. Okay. Then you're going to do the next one. You're just going to go all the way around on all of these first. Put that one in. Glue that together. Now that one's in, it makes this one easier to glue in. You just want to push it in, pinch it to start it off. Okay, and then you can put the next one in. Again on here. As far down to the corner as you can go. Pinch that one in. just getting your thumb inside and just pinching that together. That's what you want to do. That didn't go very well. Okay. Just pinch it in. Right, try not to get glue on the outside. Okay, and then flip it round and do the last one. And if you do these are the fiddly ones. The others are much easier to put in, so they'll go together like a dream then. Hopefully a dream and not a nightmare. Okay, pinch that in. Cool, now you can put these other tabs in. So you're going to glue that tab. And pinch that in. Just get the excess glue off the outside. And the next one. And glue that in. Next one. Like I say, these go together really easily. Now you've got those shaped sides in. Pinch that in, and then the final one you just need to just bend it a little bit so you can tuck it in before you glue it, and then glue it down, and then just pinch that in. Okay, cool. So now what you want to do is you just need to take your pair of scissors and you're just going to just gently shape these. Don't want to take too much off it. You're not making it into a tab as such. You're just taking the tiniest bit of corner out. Because these are going to fold in, and it just means that they'll get out of the way of the mechanism and everything that way. I can't remember where I started now. I thought I'd got round to the other side, but clearly not. Oh, there. That's the last one. There we go. Cool. So it might not sit perfectly square at the minute. That's because we haven't sorted our base out. So now what we're going to do is these are going to fold in. So what we're going to do is fold them all out so you can see. These are going to fold in. So we're going to put the glue on the inside this time. Just going to put that in there, fold it over, fold it in, and pinch it together. And then go around to the other side, do the other one, just go all the way round, and fold it over, pinch it in. Fold it over, pinch it in. And then again on this last one. Fold it over, pinch it in. Okay, so now we come to the base. What we're going to do is going to fold these two side panels in first, yeah, and then we're going to just put the smallest amount of glue just in the corner here and in the corner here on this flap, yeah. I'm going to fold that over, and we're going to pinch that to make it a 90-degree angle on that corner, and the same on here, and then that'll keep it all nice and shapely. So remember, these aren't tabs, so you haven't shaped these, so they the edges should line up. There we go, and then that's going to be your base. So what I used for my base was I just used one of these sticky dot things. Stuck it on there, and then closed that up like that. So then that way, then that will open up. Yeah, you'll be able to get your candle in and out. And then what we're going to do is that piece that we cut off, we're now going to cut down to being, again, 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do this with a ruler and a pencil rather than on a cutter, but if you want to use a cutter, you use a cutter. I'm just going to be consistent all the way through this. I haven't used a cutter until now, so okay, so all the way along. Okay, then I'm going to join that up, and rather than putting a line in it this time, I'm just going to cut that out, and hopefully that line is straight. Okay, so that's our handle. Okay, and what I did was on the very bottom edge, actually, let's just get rid of that because that's where my fold is. Score line is, sorry. So what I did was I just popped it into my corner rounder, and I just snipped off that corner just to make it a bit more rounded at the corner. So you've got this rounded bit, and again in there, and in there. There we go, that's it. So, and then what I did was I took my crocodile and I used the smaller hole. I actually put it with a that's 5/8 of an inch from the end. I made a hole. You just kind of have to eyeball the middle of it. So 5/8 of an inch from the end, and then find the middle. Okay, and then I took this and I decided, right, okay, which way round do I want this? I want these two to be the sides, so this is where I put the handles in. So you won't be able to get this in that way, but you will be able to get it in this way. So this is the hole that I'm making. So I'm just going to put that into there. I'm going to just guesstimate the middle there, flip it over. Again, it'll go in the same depth, 5/8 of an inch. There we go, that's either side. And then what I did was I took some of these paper fastener things and I threaded it through one, and I put that into that hole, and then I just splayed out the edges, ends, whatever. Actually, you might want to do that before you get that in there, because I can't see that in there. There you go, just bend it kind of out a bit, and then you're not fiddling with it in there. Now you can't get it through the hole, like that. And then just splay those out in there, and turn it round, do the other side. Just going to bend those out so I can see them. So through there, and then through the box itself, the lantern itself, and splay that open like that, and then we've got a handle. So the other one I did in centimeters, so it is slightly different. So that's the reason why handle is a little bit wider, because it's a little bit wider. So, and there we go, that's it. So really simple, one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock with plenty of bits of card that you, like I say, you could, if you were any good at anything, you could cut some small figures out and stick them on the inside of your tracing paper before you stick it together, if you wanted to make it spooky Halloweeny, or you could do some other decoration, or you could put stars on the inside or whatever. And there you go, that's your Halloween lanterns made from one piece of 12 by 12 cardstock and some tracing paper. And like I say, let's get these in here. So these are our little lights. Put that in there. There should be another one here. There is. Put that one in there. It should be big enough. The bottom should be big enough to get your lantern in, and you can probably see that flickering inside there. And I might come back to you in a second. And there you go. That's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope that's something you might give a go of. I hope if you have liked it, you'll give it a like. Because, you know, for me, not liking, I always like my videos. At the end of the week, I'll go back, if I haven't liked it there and then, I'll go back and watch or look at all of my history and like the videos that I've liked. Because for me, it's like going to the theatre, watching a play and then not applauding. So yeah. Anyway, so thank you for those people who do like the video. Really appreciate it. If you have liked this, you might want to give it a go. And you know, let me know that you have made it. If you on Instagram or Facebook, then tag me, or if you've got a YouTube channel, then tag me too. And there we go. So like I say, because we've got that Velcro dot at the bottom, they don't necessarily sit perfectly upright, but if you're hanging them, you wouldn't notice that. If you wanted to put just something on the base of here just to kind of make it level, then that's fine as well. So there we go. Hope you enjoy it. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget, my name is Dash of Dave, and I love you all without exception, until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you to everybody that's recently subscribed. Thank you for everybody that likes the videos, comments, shares it, whatever you do. I really love you. I appreciate you being here. And I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye. Bye.